If you're watching this video, my guess is no matter the hard work, no matter how much time you put into your Etsy store, things are not moving and you're not seeing sales. If that is the case, this is just a video for you. Today we'll be reviewing a digital products Etsy shop so I can give you all of the strategies and tips to get your own shop up and running and to see the most sales you've ever seen in your life. So today we're gonna start reviewing the Glammy Planner shop. This is a brand new shop in its first months. I think you said you started on February 2023. So I really like your banner, just it shows off some of your products, it's cute, and I also like you have your logo. The only thing is your logo right here, I would use a darker background, maybe this sand color, just so that we can see it much better, but this is a super minor detail. Also, really cute announcement. The only thing is I've seen you have some sales going on, so I would add it in your announcement, like 25% off old store or something like that. So if we have a look right here, the first thing I can see right off the bat, your prices are too low. I've read your about shop section and I get you really want to make things affordable for everyone. But at the end of the day, if you don't make money, how it is that you can continue this business and continue making things for other people? You cannot, because you're not gonna be making enough money from it. So the thing I would suggest is go look at your competitors. I already know you could get your price way up. So if you see the best Etsy sellers, I don't know, have some of their planners like that at, let's say $9, I want you to place it at like 8, or maybe even better, place it at 15 and discount it so that it's like $8 or 9. Then after we get the ball rolling, you can have some lead magnets, some products that are really discounted or that are at this price point, which is super low. So you can have more sales and more volume, but yeah, just adjust your prices, because you know, if people like your product, they're gonna buy either way, so just trust me on this. Also, I can see right here you have 24 items. At this point in your shop, you absolutely need to make it a priority to publish as many listings as you possibly can. Every time you publish, Etsy gives you a temporary boost, which, you know, in the beginning, you truly need to start making consistent sales. So I believe publishing a lot of listings is at the top things that made my shop profitable in my very first month. So, you know, that is obviously my suggestion to you. I know this can be hard and super time consuming, so this is something you could do. You said you're a med student, so I know firsthand how busy you are, but I guess you have some time during the weekend compared to, you know, weekdays. So decide how many listings you want to publish every single week. Let's say you want to publish 2. You could do product research whenever you have the time during the weekdays. If you're unsure how, go ahead and watch this video right here. Then on Saturday, design the products and the listing photos. And on Sundays, go ahead, keyword research and draft the listings, or, you know, publish them. Of course, you can organize yourself however you want, but I really found that this method helped me mass produce listings, so, you know, I wanted to share. Also, I really like your, you know, primary photos. They're really cohesive between one another. The only thing is, you can see right here, you use the same exact photo for a lot of your products. While this is super time efficient, at this point, you don't really know which primary photos perform, and each and every time you publish, it's you know, an opportunity to test the market. What I suggest is go into Etsy and type your products. Look at what your competitors are doing and kind of, I'm not saying copy them, but take inspiration from primary photos that are actually working. So take it to your shop and redo the primary photos. At first, it's best to try a lot of different things, and once you understand what is truly working, you can go ahead and use the, you know, same primary photos for different products. One thing I can tell you right off the bat is you're not making sales because the digital planner niche is absolutely huge, and you have a new shop, but there are tons of seasoned shops doing digital planners just like yours. So put yourself in the buyer position. What if you found your planner and another season Etsy shop planner? Your planner doesn't have reviews, but the other one has a ton of reviews, so which one would you choose? Don't worry though, there is an easy fix to that. You can go ahead and find unserved niches in the digital planner space. If you're unsure of the whole process, you can go ahead and watch this video right here, but let me help you out right now. So here we are on eRank. This is one of my favorite tools. It works really at its best with the paid version, but also with the free version, you can get a whole lot done. Also, I use Everbee for finding new products. You can find all of the links below. But for example, one keyword that I stumbled upon in your niche was this one right here, Witchy Planner. And if we go ahead and search that, you can see it has tons of searches and a very little competition. So if you were to, do the research right and create a Witchy Planner, whatever that it is, you should go to Etsy and type Witchy Planner and have an understanding of what Etsy buyers intend with Witchy Planner. But design a planner like that and I'm sure you're going to get a lot more sales than you are right now. We could also go ahead and write digital planner, order from lowest to highest competition, and scroll down to find Witchy Digital Planner. It has less searches but also lower competition. You should definitely use that. Digital Teacher Planner, that is also pretty good. Digital Wedding Planner, now we have a little bit more competition here, but it's still on the green. ADHD Digital Planner, I mean the competition is a bit on the higher end, but with these searches you absolutely need to try that. So here you go, these are some ideas for products you can start making right now. Let's open up some of your listings right now. Okay, so the photo is not bad by all means. The only thing I would say, use another font because this one, it's not very easy to read, especially if people are buying from their phone. The image is already so little, so I would use another font that is a little bit bolder. I love that you have a video. Okay, only thing I have to say, make it faster because people have the attention span of a goldfish, so it's super informative to see how your planner works and everything. I fear a lot of people are not going to bother with that. So your photos are really cute. The only thing I would like to say is I love that you're, writing main features, making people see how it works. The navigation is easy, and while that is good, people buy with emotion. I used to make the exact same mistake with my Notion templates. Once I had a look at other top Notion Etsy sellers, and I found that most of them were actually including in the listing photos what the planner would do to change the buyer life. You could write something like, never forget anything in your life, stuff like that. Just go into Etsy and make research. So you'll find that a lot of sellers do these things, and if you're unsure on what to write, go ahead to ChatGPT and have it write for you. Just go into ChatGPT and maybe describe your planner a little bit and ask him to come up with 5 benefits from buyers that could buy that planner. This is going to absolutely boost your sales, I promise. But of course, this is a navigation main feature. I don't want you to get rid of these photos, just add some more into it. People have to see your photos and be like, I need that planner in my life right now. Also, I really don't want to sound too blunt, but you included this about me section and this kind of not very organized information that the buyer should know. So I'm so sorry to say that, but nobody cares about you and your shop, like absolutely nobody. And so it's a waste of space to add something like that. On the other hand, it's super important to have this information big and clear so that people get it. Also, you need to absolutely add on how to purchase and download slide, and make sure to write as big as you can that this is a digital product, because I receive lots of messages every week with people that are like, I cannot download anything, I don't have the product, you didn't send me the product. So make it as big, as clear as you can that this is a digital product, so they will not be receiving any physical product, and how they can actually download it. Let's go ahead and analyze the description. I like your description. I would add bullet points with the features of the planner, and again, write the benefits that the buyer is going to get. Okay, I want to see how you're doing with Etsy SEO, so I took the liberty to analyze one of your listings with Everbee, and I took each and every single keyword from your title as well as your tags from this one and placed it on eRank. So let's see which keywords are you using. Okay, so we have academic planner. It's a super great keyword. The competition is slightly high still, but you know, it can work. It's a great keyword. Now, okay, so this is absolutely the problem. You're not using keywords with super high searches, and the competition is almost always super high, or it's, you know, super low like here, but with not enough average searches. You should have your main keywords be with decent average searches and low Etsy competition. Then you could also add some keywords like this one, iPad planner, that have great average searches but super high competition. It's okay to add, you know, one or two like that, but most of your keywords need to be great average search and low Etsy competition, or at least you know, something not like -20, unknown, something like it usually comes up like this color or this color, but right here. Something like this one, digital student planner, the average search is low. I would use it if it had a super low Etsy competition. So, you know, you have to get in and do your keyword research super well so that you can start sell your products as soon as possible. Here are the main takeaway you can get from this video up until this point. First, publish as many listings as you possibly can, come up with a schedule, whatever, but publish more. Also find an underserved niche or niches, or, you know, a buyer type that can maximize your visibility and sale chances. Super important, study your competition, their prices, the listing photos, the keyword, etc. I want you to study what are the top sellers on your niche are doing. Use the tools I showed to help you, and upgrade when you can afford it. But with Everbee and also eRank, you have, you know, free versions, and try to use them as much as you can. And please remember, adjust your pricing, be super strategic, and don't sell yourself short. Here's the game plan I would use to boost your shop. Revamp the listings you already have, so the photo, the SEO, the pricing, everything. Take the time to better the listing you already have. Then come up with a schedule, and with using the same tips, publish new listings consistently, and I promise you, in no time you will be having consistent sales from your shop. If you're just starting your Etsy journey, I think you should peek at all the strategies I'm using. I have it all in this playlist right here. I truly hope I could be of help. I send you so much love and luck for your Etsy shop. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week.